The Eagles are getting a little upset that so much is being said about their signature play that they fought tooth and nail to keep in the rule book. They wanted to keep it. Why? Because they run it better than anyone. This isn't some philosophical debate about what is and what isn't football or what is and what isn't safe, because that is a theoretical debate because there's no safety data. That's one of the ways the opponents of the tush push tried to come up with enough votes to get rid of it. Oh, it's unsafe. Oh, it could cause catastrophic injury. Oh, it could do this. Oh, it could do that. Where's your data to back it up? Are there any injuries that you can link to this? Any of the serious injuries that you're trying to scare everyone with? And that's a tactic that we see in the broader realm of politics. We try to scare people with certain things to get what we want. That's what some forces in the league did. They were grasping at anything, and the goalposts were moving. It's not safe. It doesn't look like football. At the end of the day, the sense that people had was there's just a degree of resentment, jealousy, competitive advantage. We want to take away the thing they do well. That's why, look, we may bring up the Tom Brady stuff with Jason Garrett. We'll see how the conversation goes. But I guarantee you that if the Raiders were a Super Bowl contender, we'd hear a lot more from teams who were concerned about the potential advantage of Tom Brady. And also, if the Raiders are saying, oh, this is great. Oh, we're using this to our advantage. You could do it too. You could have one of your owners audition to be a broadcaster. I mean, so I think what the Eagles are realizing now is they'd probably be wise not to flaunt their unmatched success with the tush push because they only kept it in the rule book by 2 votes. And if the commissioner, who I believe is ultimately the person who wanted to get rid of it, I personally believe, and I don't have any evidence to back this up, this is just kind of like understanding patterns and the way that the sausage is made and the way things happened. If you remember after the NFC Championship, when Frankie Louvu jumped offside, I think it was 38 times on one play. It got to the point where the official had to threaten to declare a palpably unfair act and award a touchdown to the Commanders at the goal line as the Commanders kept jumping offside because, hey, what's half the distance to that far to the, like, you know, you're down there with a microscope determining half the distance after each offside penalty. That, I believe, prompted the commissioner watching, you know, in the basement with the big bowl of M&Ms. He said, we can't have this, because it was just days after that Mike Pereira floated the idea that he thinks there's going to be another push against the tush push because of the bad look that happened in the NFC Championship. It's like, well, really? Like, we're going to get rid of it because of the way that someone unsuccessfully tried to stop it? But I think they just don't like things that make the game look bad, and that makes the game look bad. So if teams want to get rid of it, that's what you do. You get down to the goal line, you jump offside every play, and you create another spectacle. That 2 weeks ago, when the season began, we're in Philadelphia down on the field trying to avoid being trampled by Cowboys defensive linemen talking about the tush push. And the key is, how remarkable will the year be as it relates to the tush push? If it's unremarkable, the powers that be will focus on something else, you know, like Tom Brady's conflict of interest. If it is remarkable, then that becomes on the front burner and they try again to get rid of it. And this time, you know, all you need is 2 more votes. You need to hold the 22 together who have voted to get rid of it, but you need to get 2 of the other 10 to go your way. Jason Kelsey on the New Heights podcast said, I'm tired of talking about it. And his point is, and this is pretty simple, if you take away the tush push, what are the Eagles going to do? They're going to run a quarterback sneak that's still going to be really effective. You got a quarterback that can squat 500 pounds. You've got an offensive line that can create that surge, especially if they leave early. I mean, that's the problem. And it reminds me of the firestorm that emerged after the NFC Championship. Somebody didn't like that the Commanders were jumping offside repeatedly. Okay, it has nothing to do with the play or the design, construction, and success of the play. It's something arising from the play. And now it's becoming a mini firestorm because some of the offensive linemen left early and the official didn't see it. I mean, guys leave early all the time. You know, if you've watched a lot of football, and it doesn't take much football watching to understand that the 5 linemen on the offensive side of the ball need to remain still until the ball is snapped. And you can see, not all that uncommonly, one of the 2 tackles start backward before the ball snapped. And we'll go through stretches where it gets called, but, you know, Lane Johnson has perfected that art, and it happens so soon in time to the snap, and the officials don't want to shut down the play, and they get away with it. Now, I think it was a little more glaring for the Eagles' offensive lineman to fire off before the snap for a tush push, but that's how this play is going to end. It's not going to be because the play is effective and that the play creates injuries, real injuries, not fake, not imagined, not boogeymen, real injuries. No, it's going to be because of something unrelated to the play. The officials failing to officiate it properly, a team deliberately jumping offside repeatedly to try to stop it. It's going to be something like that that's going to cause the league to say enough talking about it. That's the easiest way to quit talking about it. Just get it out of the rule book. And I suggest that the Eagles say, fine, we'll get rid of it. We'll kick your ass anyway. We will kick your ass anyway. You want to get rid of it? Fine. We'll get to 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 or 3rd and 2 or 4th and 2, and we'll run a quarterback sneak and we'll get to the sticks. It's really not a huge part of the play. Now, sometimes you see a nice little second surge via the push from behind, but it's not dramatic. It's not like what Drew Sample did with Jake Browning on Sunday. Did you see that one? It was like throwing a kid in the pool. You picked him up and put him over the goal line. That's not what they're doing to Jalen Hurts. So that's where it stands, and just be advised and pay attention, because the more remarkable the play is this year, the more likely another run will be made to move that split from 22-10 to 24-8. And really already, it's more than 2/3 of the league that wants to get rid of it. It's only because they use a 3/4 supermajority, 75%, not 2/3, 66.666 infinity percent, that it's still in the game. If they had decided that their supermajority limit was 2/3, and a lot of organizations that recognize in some circumstances it makes sense to not just go 51-49, we want to have a higher bar, they go 2/3, not 3/4. The NFL went 3/4. If it had gone 2/3, the rule would already be gone. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.